while back we lamented the times that you couldn't stop a tragedy from unfolding because it happened behind glass. But then we looked at the comments on that video and found that you lot had experienced plenty more glass-based tragedies. Yes, it turns out that when it comes to horrifying events that you're powerless to stop, because they happen on the other side of a window, we'd barely scratch the surface. Which, incidentally, is a lot more than any of these protagonists manage. I mean, come on mate, put your back into it. Here are your picks of the times you were hopelessly outsmarted by the toughest enemy in video games. Glass. You s***ing bastard. Beware spoilers for the following.
Are windows in the Resident Evil universe somehow harder to breach than regular ones? We asked a scientist who had this to say.
I can't get the door open!
Pretty conclusive, thanks Doc. And thanks to commenter Mr. Death, who picked up on that particular tragedy that couldn't be prevented because, well, glass, in a series that's rife with examples, including this one suggested by Skyrim Queen 421. Don't forget Resident Evil Revelations, when Jill walks in on Rachel being killed by ooze, but couldn't help her in time. Revelations follows Agent Jill Valentine's misadventures aboard the Queen Zenobia, a lavish cruise liner whose once glamorous image is only slightly tarnished by the fact that dinner aboard now features slimy murder mutants. But stick around for the cabaret dinner theatre, followed by cocktails with the captain on deck. The captain is also a mutant. In her exploration of this grimy cruiser, Jill happens upon a gruesome tableau, in which agent from another organisation Rachel Foley meets her sudden and violent demise behind a massive pane of glass. Horrible! But you might think Jill clearly had no time to save Rachel, even if she could make it through the glass, until we consider this startling new evidence. In the trailer for Revelations, we get a clearer look at Rachel's own experience aboard, where we learn that she's a capable survivor in her own right, despite having hair that entirely covers her eyes. And when we see Rachel battling for survival in the room in which she meets her end, who should we glimpse behind the glass but Jill! Clearly present some moments before Rachel's death, definitely with time enough to attempt a daring rescue, which suggests to us that Revelations is presenting Jill's twisted version of events that make her look less useless. That's it, Jill, you're not invited on my next cruise holiday. I'll just have to play shuffleboard on deck by myself.
A good Black Ops agent knows that secrecy is paramount, which is why I only reveal the shocking truths that follow under the condition of complete anonymity. Oh, come on! That shocking truth is that more than any rogue government or laser-guided satellite, the real threat to modern society is ordinary glass. I mean, just look at how many people it dooms in the Call of Duty Black Ops series, as Major Details knows. What about Black Ops 2 in the very first cutscenes of gameplay where you watch a man burn alive but can't seem to break the glass? The Major is right. That scene is harrowing for sure as you watch shovel-deflecting glass doom a fellow soldier.
Right, damn it!
Ugh. But commenter Jagerbomb21 recalls an even earlier example. Call of Duty Black Ops, when the Nova 6 gas is used on your comrades. Yep, watching the character you played as in Call of Duty World at War dying painfully behind a pane of glass is no fun either.
He should have died in Berlin.
And it's not even the only time this exact thing happens, as Brandon Chicotti notes. Plus Kane's death in BO3, also from Nova 6. Oh yes, can't forget that one. R.I.P. Kane.
It lied to us. It can make you believe things that aren't even real.
Kane, please.
Whatever this thing says, no matter what it does, you cannot trust it. Rachel!
I'm sorry, Rachel.
So there you have it. Oh, there's more. Commenter Music Daily recalls. What about Black Ops 1 when Mason was killing that one dude? Of course, how could we forget this classic scene towards the end of Black Ops 1, which reminds us glass can be broken, just never in time to prevent disaster.
Stand down! My name is Victor Randolph, and I will have my revenge! Mason, no!
Pretty shocking evidence, right? Which is why I'm only discussing it like this, with my face pixelated and with a voice changer to mask my identity. You did switch those effects on, right, James?
It's a bit late now! They say crime doesn't pay. Someone ought to check the good police commissioner's pockets, because they are lined with my money. And what have I got to show for it, huh? My own men and the slammer? Not no more. No, tonight, we're making some changes.
Poor Batman can't seem to get a break when it comes to Windows. Get it? Break.
Ellen.
Off to a good start.
Boo.
In our previous list, we noted Batman's helplessness at Arkham Asylum.
What is that stuff?
Joker toxin. Listen, the room is full of poison gas. Anyone caught in there is dead.
But there are other times in the Arkham series that Batman got stuck behind glass like a confused bee trying to get out of your living room. Commenter Stop Motion Films 232 said, "What about the first level in Arkham Origins, when you just watch the Commissioner dying and then when everyone leaves you just go through anyways?" Hang on, Arkham Origins? Never heard of it.
It was the prequel to Asylum. The one set at Christmas?
Nope.
It's the one without Mark Hamill.
I said no! Although Rocksteady were not the developers of Origins, devs Warner Bros. Montreal took a leaf or two from their book, including this trope. In Arkham Origins, the unscrupulous and corrupt Commissioner Loeb gets his comeuppance when he gets chucked in the Blackgate gas chamber. Oh really? Oh, that changes everything.
Does it?
No.
Show's over, boys.
When you next encounter Commissioner Loeb as a guilty hallucination, he gives you a hard time despite, as we've proven in this video, video game glass being the hardest substance known to man.
You're no hero. A real hero would have saved me.
Oh well, don't worry Bruce, I hear the next Commissioner is a bit nicer. What was his name? Gordon. I'll never last.
You know why we're here? Because you hurt me, Jackie. I took you in for my own. I trusted you. So now all this blood is on your hands.
Jackie, what's going on? Get me out of here.
Life for Jackie Estacado, protagonist of 2007 game The Darkness, is a series of ups and downs. For instance, while he's being pursued by a mob boss called Paulie, Jackie becomes possessed by a demonic force, one whose unholy powers manifest as murderous eel creatures that sprout out of his shoulders. But on the plus side, that ancient evil force is voiced by Mike Patton, lead singer of 90s Californian funk rockers Faith No More. Well, I thought that was kind of neat.
You are nothing but my puppet.
Then again, even the powers that come with being allied to a demonic presence are no match for the greatest evil of all, a thin pane of glass, as commenter Heather D notes when they correctly suggest, the darkness? Yes indeed, Jackie joins the long list of gaming heroes unable to save the day in the following scene, which takes place in an orphanage haunted by ghosts of your past. Sounds chill. Jackie is trying to save Penny, who grew up alongside him in said orphanage, from the clutches of that mobster Paulie, a task you'd think would be simple when you can swing across a banister on your demon eel tendrils.
This will be a night to remember.
But when gun-toting hero Jackie finds Paulie holding Jenny hostage on the other side of a thin glass window, there's nothing you can do to stop tragedy unfolding. This is in part because the demon possessing you is a prize jerk and is holding your arms back, but mostly because rules are rules and video game glass can't be broken until after something horrendous occurs.
So now, I take from you.
Jackie, this is not your fault.
That's an epic shame, Jackie. Really came from out of nowhere, and now things are falling to pieces. Just don't let it trigger a midlife crisis. Seriously, No Faith No More fans. These were big hits. Philistines.
Listen to me! We don't have to do this!
Stop! Stop it, Marlo!
Marlo, please.
You heard what your mother did. She understood. If she was here, she'd be helping me. You think she would want company suits on the zip code of that creature? No one must know.
Most of the time when someone dies behind glass, it's at the hands of some horrible monstrosity. Yeah, like that. In fact, Alien Isolation is chock full of these deaths, delivering some effective jump scares, as pointed out by commenter Hero Webcomics, who said, "No Alien Isolation? Heck, lots of people died behind glass in that game." Yes, they did, but by far our favourite, if that's the right term to use, is what happens when you, as Amanda Ripley, daughter of Ellen Ripley, try to help Nina Taylor prevent this reactor from exploding. Ship's captain Henry Marlowe kidnaps Taylor and goes to blow up the reactor, planning to destroy the alien.
That'll turn the reactor into a goddamn nuke. You'll destroy the ship and the station.
It'll annihilate every trace of that creature.
Sounds sensible. However, the resulting explosion would also kill everyone still on board.
There are still people alive on the station! Marlo!
Ah, slight snag in that plan then. I mean, this comes from a series where a main character went back to save a cat. We're talking about losing a whole crew here. That's like 3 cats. Even though Marlowe is waving a gun around, he does have one tiny weakness: a solid whack to the back of the head. You then help Taylor through the process of stabilizing the reactor, doing what you can from your side of the glass.
Reactor overload suppressed. Safety limiters restored. Oh god. You did it!
Yay! We're helping! But sadly, the reactor is beyond saving, and so is Taylor, being on the other side of our old friend, impenetrable game glass.
Warning. Critical collapse. Critical collapse.
Yay, we helped.
Star Wars games feature a lot of glass so that the characters can look out into the dark void of space without getting sucked out into it, and their eyeballs explode and they go in on themselves and it's like,
I'm trying to eat here.
that's space for you. As such, the LEGO Star Wars games also feature plenty of glass and adorable minifig versions of all our favourite characters. In fact, these are so cute that even the terrifying Darth Vader is positively huggable. However, in A New Hope level Secret Plans, Darth shows his true colours, namely that classic shade of galactic black, as pointed out by commenter Phantom Bacon 725. RIP LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Couldn't help the rebel getting force-choked by Darth Vader. Yes, in all the commotion you try to save as many of Leia's rebel crew as you can, solving puzzles and shooting stormtroopers. But sadly there is one guy that you just can't save from the Jedi turned Sith Lord. I hope it's not Dave. He's my favourite rebel. Upon opening the shutters of this window into an adjacent corridor, you watch helplessly as one of your crew is brought before Darth Vader, force-choked and broken into bits. Oh god, that was Dave! Dave! I tell you, Darth Vader, when I get through this window, you're going to pay! Oh, you killed Simon too! Oh, you just wait till I get through. Frank, no! Oh, when will this senseless killing end? No, no! Oh wait, that was Brian. He never paid me back that tenner he owed me. F that guy.
I've been hearing good things about you. Is it true? Did you really disarm the bomb in Megaton? I'm very proud of you, even though you put yourself in harm's way. Just please be careful out there.
Fallout 3 is all about trying to reunite with your dad in an irradiated wasteland so that you can have what sociologists call a nuclear family.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
The post-apocalyptic former Washington might be grim, but nothing will stop you on your quest to find your dad James, who vanished from Vault 101 when you turned 19, taking his calming Liam Neeson voice with him.
Your own BB gun. It's a little old, but it should work perfectly.
But this guy's voiced by the dad from Taken. Nothing keeps him away from his family, right? So let's just check in with commenter Nathan Lastname to confirm that everything turns out okay. Surprised you didn't mention Fallout 3's death of water-purifying father badass Liam Neeson. Oh. That's right, even Taken Dad is no match for the family-wrecking power of video game glass, as you learn in Fallout 3 mission, The Waters of Life. Having finally tracked down your pa, you're helping him power up his ambitious, potentially world-saving water-purifying machine, and getting in some good old family time while you're at it.
That's my girl. It'll be good to work side by side with you, honey.
But just when you're about to reach toss the old pigskin around levels of bonding, you return to Water Purifying HQ to find baddie Colonel Autumn by the controls, and a whopping sheet of glass between you and Dad, which by now we know is not a good sign.
The person in charge is to step forward immediately and turn over all materials related to this project.
That's quite impossible. This is a private project. The Enclave has no authority here. I'm going to have to ask you to leave at once.
Yeah, nice try, Autumn. Let's see how you like it when we bust through this glass and loose a VATS-powered shot right at your head. I mean, I assume that's what happens next.
Colonel, I assure you that this facility will not function. We have never been able to successfully replicate test results.
I suggest you comply immediately, sir, in order to prevent any more incidents. Are we clear?
To reiterate, Clearly realising his child is never going to save the day, James deliberately triggers a massive radiation leak that kills everyone in the room, himself included, leaving you nothing to do but watch and try to think up a more heroic version of this story to tell people later.
Run. Run!
We'll tell them he fell down a hole on the way out of the rescue. Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, it's heavy. How do we have a budget for that? Ow! Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for all of your amazing suggestions. You can pop even more in the comments down below, because this happens a lot in games. It's almost like it's a way for game developers to show you the thing that you're about to face later on in the game. It's almost like it's part of game design. Who knew? It's amazing. But if you missed the previous video about glass being your worst enemy, you can click it here, watch it here. And also, if you want to see some other poor bystanders who just really having a bad day, you should go check out this Outside Xbox video. And if you really liked it, you should subscribe, and that'd be great. It's cool. No, wait, no, don't.